it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island. Hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios. The Real Deal with celebrity chef David Burke is sponsored by Tavern 62 by David Burke, located at 135 East 62nd Street on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, where restaurant magic happens.
Bruce with Piscopo, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock on September 11th. Joe Piscopo remembering September 11th, 2001, never forgetting. Rudolph Giuliani is going to check in about 10 minutes. We hope. He's very, very busy. I had the honor and the privilege of just going by my office and checking. Who is outside my office? Don Mattingly. How cool is that, David Burke? Donnie Baseball is here. He's working with the Cantor Fitzgerald Charity, and it's Cantor Fitzgerald Charity Day today. And David, I know you worked with Cantor Fitzgerald. I want to talk to you about that. Bernie Kurrick's with us, and Mike Gallagher is with us, and Johnny Tobacco, the son of a cop's going to walk through how he helped during September 11th. We're not forgetting. This is the day we're dedicating to September 11th. It's Rosh Hashanah. We say Happy New Year to our Jewish friends, but we'd like to welcome David Burke to the show. David, thank you. You know what? On a morning like this, we need you this morning, brother.
All right.
We need you, man, because that's a tough morning.
Yeah.
And before we get into this incredible cuisine that I see before me, this is like all I see are two huge knives stuck in a huge. Is that a challah bread?
Yes.
Is that what that is? Challah bread. Excuse me. Yes. And a fork. And is that challah French toast I'm looking at?
It's not French toast, but it's a sweetened version baked with almonds and honey and sugar. So it's just a whole roasted challah.
It's a whole mound of challah.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that. And then look at that. There it is on camera.
That will actually convert you to Judaism.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
It's not your Jewish grandmother.
There are apples around that too.
Yeah.
Apples and apples, pomegranate, molasses.
There's two like skewers with apples and what is that? Is that mint? Mint and apples. Cut apple, and Al will be scoffing that down momentarily. Dave, I got to ask you, man, because I know you're a Hazlitt guy. Mm-hmm. And you know where I'm going tomorrow? Friday at Gourmand's. I'm down there with Boomer Esiason.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to be down there. We invite everybody to come down to Gourmand's.
Yeah, it's a great store.
And your buddy's going to be down there?
Yeah, Bill Stavola,
Yeah, tell Bill.
Meet you guys. Yeah, I'm going to see him today.
Great. Give him my very best, because that's a great event.
Drift House is 5 minutes away down the street.
And you see the clothes at Gourmand's?
Beautiful. I've been in there many times. We do some advertising in their magazine.
So this is your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Walk us through 9/11. You were not home at the time. You were.
I lived in Fort Lee at the time. I grew up in Hazlitt. My parents lived in Middletown. Middletown had a lot of life lost there. Yeah, I think the most of any singular town. I was in Fort Lee. There's a series of high rises there on the river, and the views of Manhattan are great. And nobody's on their balconies in the morning, so I started hearing people talking and rumbling outside, and my first instinct is that it must be an Operation Sale or something, because that would get people out to see. Open my balcony, go outside, I see what's going on, then I put the TV on, I see what's going on, so I'm watching the TV and the live, and wow.
How surreal is that? Right?
Can't forget it.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't get over the bridge. I mean,
you could see Wall Street certainly from way up there. Yeah. You could see all that smoke. It was horrible.
And then you listen to it on the news, and it was really if you lived in New York, and especially if you saw it, if you knew lots of people, or listen, it is a day to be remembered. It's still. It puts you back in time, What
do? You have a lot of your friends. I call you some of them. You might call them customers, but they become your friends.
Yes.
Because you're so famous, and in that neck of the woods, you were in Rumsden, where you had a great restaurant for many years, and now.
So a lot of the Wall Street guys came in. And,
but you lost a couple. As you go by.
A lot of them were for Cantor Fitz. Tony Scanzio is and still is a dear friend of mine. He happened to be at the Monday night football game in Denver. It was a Tuesday morning that happened. Luckily, his wife let him go. Right, he visited a grade school friend of ours named John Benjamin, and the Giants played the Broncos. So he was stuck there for several days. He came back and saw me, but he worked for Cantor, and I got involved. I did a few of the Cantor Fitzgerald days in my time, which Don Mattingly's doing today. It's a great event. And but previous, 2 weeks prior to 9/11, Tony had his big house, has a barbecue, his whole office, what they call his crew. Yeah. They're over there, so you get to meet them all.
Yeah.
Gone,
just like that.
I dated a girl. I wasn't dating her at the time, and she was on the phone with her father, and she told him she had to jump.
She had to jump. Wait, I hate. Forgive me if you're watching, you're listening. David Burke's with us on AM 970. The Answer. Piscopo
name was
morning.
Linda Sheehan.
It's
Beautiful
8:11.
girl.
But you know what? See, I have to hear these stories because people will forget. So this gal is like that. You knew she's on the phone with her father, and she said, "Daddy, I'm gonna have to jump."
Can't take the heat.
Oh my God!
So I helped him get up here to White Plains for a funeral, and
how devastating!
and I couldn't. I went to the wake, and I gotta tell you, I was angry. You know, I was sad at one point, but my drive back was real anger in the car, yelling and by myself, like, wow. So that was because you see, you know, I met her as an adult, but you see her baby pictures and all this stuff at a wake, and you're like, oh man, this is not good.
And then she just talked to her father like that.
Can you imagine those words?
I can't.
But just the fact that you would make the decision to leap, how hot that had to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
it happened. It happened.
You know, those are the things that you know, the sacrifice and the things you think about, you can't even imagine. You can't imagine that.
It's when these guys, we'll get to this, but you're absolutely right. Going into Ground Zero, when Mayor Giuliani would go into, he told me that the danger of things you can't even imagine.
Well, even the things you're picking up. Can you imagine the nightmares some firefighters had of people just by seeing fragments? And
we talked to Sal Casano, former commissioner, and I said, "What's that firefighter food?" Those guys know. They know what they're doing, huh?
Yeah.
In the Firehouse, right?
Yeah,
do they ever go to David Burke? Do they go, David? How you doing? What you got?
Well, I do work for Toys for Tots, and I tie into the fire department and the police department quite a bit.
They have full kitchens up there, man, right?
Yeah, and they got some time. Some, when they're not doing their great work, they got a little time.
Frank brought up a good point. Do they shop? You think, David? They go out shopping?
Oh yeah, they shop, and they got cookbooks out. They got calendars.
Yeah.
They got those, But they make batches. They should be making like big. If you had a family of 20, you make a big pot of something. You can keep it cold for 3 days and heat it up. And
I don't know how you do it in a restaurant when you say you have a table of, for example, 6. They have a dozen or something like that, and then you've got to lock that in. Do you go order to order? Do you think table to table when you prepare something? Is it just when something comes into the kitchen?
Every plate is prepared for that person individually.
Wow.
We have normally a menu for restaurants like mine have 15 appetizers, 15 main courses.
Yeah.
So you got 30, and then 8 desserts. So you have to prepare for all those dishes. And all the ingredients to go in each dish.
Yeah.
And then I order one at a time, So if there's all 4 of us are eating, we all have 4 different appetizers. Someone has to, you make them.
Yeah.
That minute. Now some places, different style restaurants do it a little differently, but that's basically it. So there's a lot of labor in a restaurant.
Tavern 62, Drift House down the shore. It's so funny. I'm sorry, Frankie. People asking me, when are you appearing at the Drift House? Me and Mikey putting the set list together.
Oh, yeah.
I think
that's going to be. Wait till you see the place. You got to try and get over
there.
Maybe
Al said he loved it.
Maybe Friday night you can swing by after the Gourmand. I know Bill invited you in, so.
Oh.
But get a look at where you might be able to play.
Yeah,
and we're also opening in October there's a place called the Tiki Bar, which is really on the sand.
That's
converting
so
that to
cool.
the Naughty Bar. But the nautical phrase.
Joe,
Nauti.
Got it.
So,
Before you get to Mayor
yes,
Giuliani, though, I do want to mention, talking about the great work that David does, it really makes you appreciate the USO. And this Thursday, he's doing a silent auction, speaking to Don Mattingly, to benefit the USO this Thursday night.
That's at Garden City Hotel.
God bless you.
Outside on the patio, and there'll be tailgate-style food, silent auction. Steiner Sports is going to have the memorabilia and all that. So a lot of good stuff happening.
David, you are something. Please stay with us, American Hero. And David, you forget how many funerals Rudy went to, because I knew him at the time, and he was at literally hundreds of funerals, and he went to every one.
Yeah.
He went to everyone, and to show up to support the family, and did a great man in that regard. And
well, you did great things for the city.
Yeah, man. and you being from that area, Middletown lost so many people. Jersey lost so many people down there. Kids, parents, And thanks for coming in. Now, can we lighten up for a minute here, guys? Can you give me a minute before we go to traffic, and then the great Don Mattingly will join us? Because David Burke had you are just like an artist. You know that, and you look good, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
vegetarian diet.
You look great, by the way. Look at you. Huh?
I got to put sand in my pants if it's windy out now. I might blow up.
Tell us about this wonderful challah that we're looking at on this Rosh Hashanah.
Very simple. I bought Shelly bought me a challah.
Yeah. Shelly Goldberg, thank you, Shelly.
I hollered at her.
Yeah.
She bought me a challah. I topped the whole thing with powdered sugar and honey, and I put it in the oven.
But see, I don't know.
very
That's
simple.
it.
Is that the way challah always looks like that?
Well, it could be long.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
braided.
know. The long. This is not long and
a
braided.
round
This
one,
is
but the braided one.
Frankie. Yes, please. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, this is an unhoneyed challah.
Oh, this is kind of looks like a hat almost on a plate.
Buttered it. Powdered sugar, honey, almonds, threw right in the oven and
Great
baked.
with a little gefilte fish and horseradish. For Rosh Hashanah.
And what else? What else is on there, Dave? You got everything.
Pomegranates.
Pomegranates. Okay.
Spreading
Yes.
happiness.
Oh, and,
seeds
and
of
he's
pomegranate
cutting. He's
represent
cutting
the
it
good
down.
deeds.
Spreading good deeds.
You are the best. Look at Dave. And then he's got the apple. Al, you're getting those apples
And
in
we got
mint,
the
buddy.
two knives
You get
in
the
there.
apples in the mint, buddy. You're gonna get them, okay?
2 knives as a remembrance of
Yeah.
9/11.
Yeah, very
Try
nice.
that.
Thank you so much, Chef Burke. Thank you for
Dave,
taking
my
the time
pleasure,
today,
guys.
and thanks for always. And we'll see you at the Drift House, and I'll see your buddy at the Garmani's with Boomer Sison on Friday.
Yeah.
We got a lot to do, David.
We're
Hey, Shelly, thank you because it's great having you with us, brother.
Hey, I love it.
We love you.
Thank you.
David Burke,
Have a
right
great
there.
day.
Super Chef David Burke. Piscopo.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.